By the looks of things, it seems we're heading towards Hunter's Edge, the town where I was stationed before I met you lot. Before we get there, you should know the whole yarn. What I saw there, why I fled. Yes, comrade. I fled a coward bearing the insignia of a sauce hunter. I think so, comrade. Even though you might never look at me the same way, I hope I won't lose you as compatriots. We, the villagers and myself, were corralled in the town square. The orcish queen sauntered into the middle, proud at the chaos she'd created. She screamed if we knew why they had come. Slowly, she approached me and leaned close, her hot, foul breath like fire on my face. With one hand, she clasped my throat. With the other, she reached into my pocket and pulled out the gem I'd taken from the orcs I'd killed earlier that day. I was a thief, she said. I'd taken something dear to her, and I had earned punishment. I thought she'd destroy me right then and there, but she did something worse. That's right, comrade, and I was soon to find out why. She brought forth one of her soldiers, a larger orc I'd never seen, and he was covered in black, gleaming armor. She placed the stone in his chest plate, and something happened. He transformed into something she made me watch as she sent villager after villager before the great transformed beast. He crushed them all, one by one, each more gruesomely than the last. He seemed to revel in the work. I could do nothing, comrade. I couldn't save them. I couldn't help them. I could only watch. Don't you see it's already over? Don't you see it's too late? These orcs weren't out for riches or land. They only came for blood. No. All that's left in Hunter's Edge is a debt to be paid, comrade. And I intend to collect it.
Southeast to Hunter's Edge, north to incomparable suffering. Well then.
Southeast it is. For now, at least.
Only going to say it once more. Troll toll. 4,000. Hold on now. One whelp at a time. You'll pay your toll soon as I'm through knocking this loudmouth back in line. The fool thinks he can slip 6 warm bodies past Rumble for the price of 1, he does. Lousy bomb, may as well thieve from King Gungia's very coffers.
If I've said it once, I've said it more times than a troll can count. Warm bodies do not people make. We are free immaculates and free slaves, and I won't empty my pocket over chattel.
This sounds like a matter of opinion. These two ought to resolve it on their own terms.
It isn't as though we can't spare the gold. We ought to end this conflict before it escalates.
Surely a leader like you has more important things to worry about than a feud over bridge toll.
Why don't we just pay the silly toll? It'll be our good deed for the day.
No, we'll do as I say.
Enough. I'll not let this idiot troll or his idiot king hinder the goddess's affairs a moment longer. In her name, I bid thee fight.
If I've not got any gold in my pouch, you'll not get any head on your shoulders. Rules are rules, chicken bones. If no one pays, everyone dies.
Flay the blubber from this fool. I think I'll make a candle from his second chin. Immaculates, flay the blubber from this fool. I think I'll make a candle from his second chin.
Bless the 7, I am restored.
Fast and furious!
good as a new penny.
By the divine.
Guardians of the Lakes, guard us.
Shield me! I'm powerless to protect myself!
I feel better already. Venomous sister, attack! Cold hands, cold heart. Back on my feet again. Into the fray once more. My prayers prevail.
Your vitality renews me! I bind you in solemn battle oath.
Striking it rich! I need a remedy!
The hen who shares her feed
Back on my
receives
feet
a
again.
greater second helping.
Pretty fireworks! Lethal flames.
Elixir of the gods.
Deliverance from the heavens!
Bless the seven, I am restored!
This is the end for you!
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
On the mend.
Into the fray once more. On the mend. Bless the seven, I am restored.
You penny.
I've been tainted! As good as a new penny. As good as a new penny.
I feel better already.
Into the fray once more.
I am restored.
I needed that.
Ugh, I'm dripping.
I spy two little eyes, all smashed to bits against the wood. Pity that.
Hey, you. Come on. Time's a wasting. You can speak. You don't look like a tribesman or orc, but I suppose I can't be certain. Then again, I've never heard of a dark soul gifted with the speech of the wild. Jinxica is my name, and until recently I lived a placid sort of life among the people of Hunter's Edge. The baker might leave me a bit of milk left over from this breakfast. The barkeep stroked my back between filling glasses. I had many friends here, but none so dear as a little trio. A married pair and their daughter, employed by the wizard to keep his home. They spent many long hours squashing fleas that plagued me and shared their warm beds with me each night. If you come to this village to help and not to harm, you might be able to save those 3 kind souls from the orcs that have invaded. Ugh, such misery in our sad town. A kind but private man he is. He set up his home here several years ago, but never remained there long enough before jetting off to tend to some matter or other. The Dark Invaders seem very interested in him indeed. They've been skulking around outside the house since they arrived, but not even one of their filthy vermin can penetrate the wizard's protective enchantments. Would that an invasion were all! They destroyed every crumb of life they could find and sent their filthy rats to seek out those who evaded them. Each life they took infused their strange stones with power. Their queen glowed with delight as a parade of victims were slain before her. It was as though she was taking in a beautiful song. The human tribe came shortly after. They had their own supply of the glowing stones, and the orc queen took no easy liking to them. Still, it seems they are working towards some similar goal. They haven't destroyed one another. Yet, they've survived this carnage so far by concealing themselves most cleverly. I've done my best to guard their hiding place from the slime-bellied rats, attempting to sniff them out. But I fear my efforts aren't enough. Until the village has been rid of vermin, those 3 sweet souls may be found at any time. savages by savages employed. The orcs have one among them. The rat catcher, they call him, who claims to have trained rats to do his bidding. They've swarmed the place in search of hidden villagers, and unless every last one of them is split from tail to snout, they're sure to find my friends. But you're not like the brutes inside those walls. No, you approached me with hand, not boot, outstretched. Perhaps you could help me. With these rats running about, it's only a matter of time before my friends are caught. They must be squashed, every last one of them. I've done my best so far, but there are simply too many for one set of claws to handle. With your help, though, with your help, it could be done. The rats gone, my friends. Oh, that bothersome old Tom. No, he and I are hardly friendly, much less friends. I've much more important things on my mind than him and his incessant pestering. I can slip through these walls as I please, but you'll need to find your own way into the village. And remember, my friend, kill every last rat you find, or 3 dear souls will be lost.
My, how did a spleen get lodged in here? Oh, there. A word of warning, wanderer, afore you continue on your merry way. See these corpses here? Be a good fellow and take them as a hint that this town isn't the pastoral little paradise it once was. Ha! Immaculates, orcs and humans both, have taken Hunter's Edge. Its villagers are now slaves in the mines to the west, or they've been bled dry of their last drop of life, reduced to mere fuel that must light the wicked candle that is bloodstone. Long as you live in the limbo between coming and going, though, why not have a look at what I have to sell? You'd be surprised to see what a scouring skeleton can gather together in a dying town. Yeah! Well, don't go round angering Immaculates if you want to keep your vitals intact. Ha! Though perhaps it won't be very long before they have a stab at one another's vitals instead. I have the feeling there's trouble brewing between the orcs and the humans in there, and who can blame 'em really? Just ain't natural for 'em to consort, I say. Only good orc... Well, you know how the phrase goes. Can't say I remember who I was before the change came over me, but these days I'm a travelling trader of sorts. There's an immaculate necromancer in the village ahead. She's the one who brought me back from, well, wherever I was. She's an especially bright one, you know. Most necromancers can only revive a dead corpse into an animated one, but she manages to yank back some semblance of consciousness too. I don't remember much, but the thrill of trade certainly calls to me. Maybe I was a merchant in my former life, who knows? These days, most undead are busy haunting Sicil or picking the way in the Lucula mines. But I keep a low profile and stay out of sight. Haven't been bothered by an immaculate yet, and I hope to keep it that way.
I could do with a cold drink.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. I'm watching on with weary eyes how the Immaculates strike again. They've gone from shedding blood among their own to recruiting orcs and cutthroats to do it for them. From what... Ah, yes, that was a small fib on my part, I'm afraid. Zandalore is known as the Keeper of the Source, after all. And I didn't know how Source Hunters would react to my association with such a colorful character. It was once a quiet sort of village. Families and small-time merchants mostly. Recently, it was targeted by a tribe of orcs waving the Immaculate banner. Their leader, Grutilda, is known far and wide for her cruelty and cunning. She oversaw the murder of countless villagers and used their blood to fuel a great number of bloodstones. Once they were dead, they were reanimated as undead corpses and sent to work in the mines of Lacula. By order of Leandra, the orcs were joined by a tribe of humans from the northern peaks of Tanneroth. A band of male warriors are they, and they devote allegiance to their leader, Jahrl. Jahrl arrived with his own formidable supply of bloodstones, which means his tribe has been operating under directions from the conduit for some time. Where once they ransacked for base pleasure and material gain, now they do it by the will of the goddess. These are far from the blindly devoted Immaculates of Silverglen, however. The orcs and the humans here alternate between bitter fighting and hostile peace. Personally, I believe they're best exploited through their rivalry. Get them to fight each other, and you can stand on the sidelines and warm yourself upon the flames. He has a residence at the far end of town. Though I have my doubts he's having people over for tea now that the Immaculates have landed. Know that Zandalore is wily, so beware. If a wizard doesn't want you in his home, you'll know it. Pity the intruder that heedlessly tries to waltz his way into that dwelling. Nevertheless, his house is the very place you'll want to search. The accumulated knowledge stored there is quite phenomenal, and beyond a doubt, one of Leandra's most urgent pursuits.
This wall could really do with a lick of paint. Blood gets so ugly when it dries. An intact finger. Just what that deviant of an orc was looking for.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Wall could really do with a lick of paint. Blood gets so ugly when it dries.
I'm overheated.
You there, Flatlander. Stay at your business.
That's so. Jahrl can't stand the thought of his own tribe getting ripped to shreds, can he? Poor fellow. Living in fear under the great Matilda's boot.
Come to play now the town's been taken, have you? Typical of you Flatlanders. Lucky for you, the goddess don't discriminate against cowards. Well, come quickly then. There's still townsfolk on the loose, and the chase has probably made them wild as cornered dogs. One might pop out of a bush and take an eye before you can shout your own name. Better you first check in with the higher-ups. You've got Jahrl, the righteous leader of Weird the Mountain, and blood-stained Grutilda, queen dog of the giant toads. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. Now scram, and make your introductions before word gets to them there's an intruder here.
One-on-one.
Well, I'll let you in. Get on with your business then. Jahrl and Grutilda are probably in their quarters at the back of town. I'd take up your business with them before you end up hanged as an intruder.
To shreds, can he? Poor fellow. Living in fear under the great Matilda's boot.
I'm drenched.
Frog skin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
Gorag doesn't look so fearsome without his second horn. And to think, it was a human who managed to...
Comrade, did you hear that? It sounds like these Immaculates are at odds with the local orc savages. We may be able to turn this to our advantage. I'll keep a sharp eye out for anything we could use to nudge these factions closer to chaos. If we can get them to destroy each other, we'll kill two birds without even having to pick up a stone. Nothing'd please me more than seeing Hunter's Edge cleared of the scum that destroyed it. I may not be able to undo the past, but together, we can dole out justice for those who've suffered.
Try getting ripped to shreds, can
Warm as dragon's breath!
living in fear under...
See you'll end up beneath those boots.
Is that what you call those nipples on your toesies?
What a deluge.
They say humans and orcs don't get along, but I've seen a pair as thick as a troll's toe hair.
Even the name sounds diseased. Can't come to work today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Free to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you.
Warm as dragon's
Then why not
breath.
stand up and face me, boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace for now.
I feel like
She's
I've just
yours.
had a long bath in
That
the
other
cold.
tusk's
There's got
yours
to
to
be a more
keep in the
subtle way to
meantime.
exterminate these pests.
That's so.
Poison ought to do the
Jahrl
trick,
can't stand
but I'm fresh out of
old
cheese-flavoured
try getting
deadly
ripped to shreds,
nightshade.
can he? Poor fella.
These rats seem important to the Immaculates.
Great fertility.
If we're going to exterminate them,
Go on,
we've
then,
got to find a
frog-skin.
better way to do
We'll
it.
see who'll end up beneath those boots.
Blasted mosquitoes. Never a moment's peace with these filthy vermin buzzing in me. Oh, brother, I've crossed me pests. 'Tweren't a tiny winged bloodsucker whining at me, but a tiny brother. I think the human's asking me a question. Think I ought to tell the tiny pest who I am? Ought I tell her I lost this horn in a scuffle with another ickle human? Maybe it was this one's brother. That pesky bugger might have got me on, but I've got something too. His wee head.
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work.
It's all
I bet
mother.
his skull would make
I
a
prefer
lovely
to drown
drop of
myself
you.
with ale.
Took it. You better hope the bleeding key shows up soon.
Thought you said it was me who pocketed it.
How in the second heaven am I supposed to know what you did with the damn thing? Well. Thought you could get away with it, did ya? Don't look so confused, Pinky. The armory key. Hand it over. Painting my toenails pale lilac, of course. What does it look like, you ape? I'm hunting for a missing key. I'm the All-Mother's right hand. If there's something she needs done by someone she knows can do it, I'm the one she calls. This little key ordeal, don't change that.
Key to the armory is missing. It could prove rather worth our time to find it.
Source hunter, scavenger hunter, for better or worse, our resumes are growing. Dunce probably lost the bloody thing up his own arse.
Look in every cranny now. Your mother won't like to hear a human's been thieving from an orc.
You know damn well I wouldn't touch anything of yours with a 10-hand pole.
So it was Johnston the key went missing just as you were waltzing through here? Your mother won't believe it for a moment. I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I? I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I? I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
Dunce probably lost the bloody thing up his own arse. One side. I ain't got time for chatting till I find the damn thing. What does that matter? Quit buzzing in my ear before I squash you like we did the rest of the pests in this blasted place. Not a damn thing in all the 12 hills of hell. This idiot orc has no idea where he's lost the damn thing. So he's taken to blaming me, a passerby. It's just like an orc to save his own skin by flaying someone else. You'd be too if you'd misplaced something of Gratilda's. I once saw her skin her own foot soldier alive for mispronouncing All-Mother. And he'd only done it after she'd knocked his teeth out for sneezing in her presence. What's worse is, the coward's blaming his troubles on me, only 'cause I happened to be passing by when he noticed his armory key was missing. I'd tell him to piss off and be on my way, but he'd threatened to tell Gratilda it's me who stole it. Somehow, I doubt I'll get to tell my side of things before my head was shorn clear off. Bloody key. Who could trust a big stupid oaf like you with something like that?
What you say to me, you fool, hey?
I say you're so
human. Even the name sounds diseased. Can't come to work today, boss. I've got
There are
the human,
countless
and it's
rats
itching
inside
like
this
mad.
hole, waiting to be
Soak
lured
to the
at
skin.
the slightest temptation.
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skinned one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me?
Right here.
One on one.
He's dead.
They're keeping the peace
You
for
dare
now.
assault my
Chief's
soldiers,
orders.
human?
That or the
You
just
dare not only to poison the golden goodness, but to feed it to my brave soldiers. Friend to filthy felines, are you? May the next cheese you find snap your neck in twain. Any rodent with half a mind would recognize me by the diadem encircling my kingly head. I am the king of rats, of course. The ruler and leader of all rodent kind. Touched by madness he is. Imagine an orc believing he could train the gods' most intelligent creature. I assure you, it is we who have trained him. We perform the tiniest of tasks, and he rewards us with delicious golden cheese. I, responsible for the welfare of each of my subjects, secure the wealth and glory of our kingdom by contracting certain occupations through which we obtain security, honor, and above all, cheese. A certain orc, the one who so erroneously calls himself Ratcatcher, has won our employment. He tells us what to find, and in exchange for a generous wheel of Gorgonbur or Gouda, we oblige. I've nearly closed in on this particular target, a trio of stinking humans who I believe to be cowering in their cellar. But I've lost too many men to this bloodthirsty feline. I won't send more troops into the unknown until the beast is caught. That must be the monster who's been slaughtering my men by the dozens. Kind knight, I, his rodent highness, do make a request. Remove that beast from this town. Spare my men the claw and tooth. I'd consider you a true friend if you'd oblige me in this matter. And the loyalty of my friends never goes unrewarded.
Living in fear under the great Matilda's boot. Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots. Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
Human. Even the name sounds diseased.
Find me in the tavern cellar if you desire a second consultation. Ah, the smell of whiskey in there does so delight a king's senses.
Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One-on-one. They're keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime. That's so. Jahrl can't stand the thought of his old tribe getting ripped to shreds.
I could do with a cold drink. It seems we've already
all the way
harvested
to my
the last
boot
of the
soles.
ripe barley. It
never
seems
rains, but it
we've
pours,
already
eh?
harvested the last of the ripe barley. It's heating up.
Is that one of them lovely Baywater belts? Oh, no, false alarm. Just a few yards of intestine.
Warm as dragon's
Did
breath.
someone leave an oven door open?
Human. Even the name sounds diseased. Can't come to work today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Pray to address your men.
I feel like I've just had a
Hello
long
again.
bath.
Do you bring good news?
I can hardly
Strange. I never knew those savages capable of even the most basic form of order. But this bodes well, does it not? Perhaps, if you can get rid of their king, the rats will stop their search. What's a body without a head, after all? Leave? How can I leave my dearest friends behind? Who will protect them if not me?
Bloody key. Who could trust a big stupid oaf like you with something like that?
What you say to me?
I feel like I've just had a long bath
I
in a
say
cold
you're
lake.
so stupid the key probably...
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
What a deluge.
Go on then, Frogskin. We'll see who'll end up beneath those boots. Is that what you call those thimbles on your toesies?
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Human. Even the name sounds diseased. Can't come to work today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Afraid to address your betters, are you? I ain't afraid of a single Frogskin one of you. Then why not stand up and face me?
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
Well, we've got the spirit, but it won't be any good unless we can twist time forward a decade or two.
Who do we know who might be able to bend the rules of time ever so slightly?
Someone's there.
It's against Orcish custom to take a dip in the river now and
Humans the one who took it.
I feel like I just had a long bout in a cold lake.
So many of these skulls are... Look here! Look at you! How I admire one whose head is lodged so firmly upon their shoulders, like a spire that rests upon the breadth of its foundations, one and indivisible. Not I, alas. I fare not so. For I may replace my battered cranium as jauntily as a wizard may his hat. Just consider some of these examples here before me. How I admire this one's kingly brow, that one's exquisite jaw, yonder one's deep-set sockets that held a warrior's eyes. Why make a permanent choice? Why not cater to the occasion as called for? I would, but for the question, where does the soul reside? And so I ask, where are you, O ephemeral soul? If in a tooth you may be pulled, if in an arm you may be broken, where are you, O delicate monstrosity? Surely you jest when you question this question's importance. Say I opt for that there fair-featured sovereign of a skull. What happens if another soul lies therein sequestered? If I play the part of the aforementioned wizard, and swap its rugged lineaments for the feeble ones that are my own, who shall I become? I. Yes. Who is I, then? Were I sure that the soul houses within the chest, within one's little toe, for all I care, I would fret not so. But the certainty I long for remains as impossible to find as one specific raindrop in the rain. You, oh, I beg of you, have you not the answer?
You needn't worry. Unlike our heads and our bodies, it is we and our souls that are one and indivisible.
I concur. Pick a new skull if you want one. It's not going to change who you are in the least.
But of course, why was I so blind? The soul is not of the body, it is of the spirit. A new skull I shall have, but sane person I'll remain. Oh, the agony of choice. I think I'll opt for the one with the kingly brow.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
What? Where in the blazes? The last man coming at me with an axe.
My kingdom for a dry shirt!
The dog looks up at you with misery-ridden eyes. Its tail doesn't wag, and when it tries to bark or speak, only silence reaches your ears. The dog hangs its head, then looks north. Filled with fury, it barks noiselessly in the direction of the forest.
Fine. I'll open with 5 big ones.
I'm going to call that hand.
Let's wrap this up. Call.
Call. Check. I'd never have judged a few grimy ground dwellers, and lost ones at that, to be worth all this fuss.
Chief knows what he knows. He says, find the cellar, so that's what we do.
Well, for all he knows, they could be knee-deep in forest muck miles away from here.
The forest? So that settles it. You really are big a buffoon as you look. No one gets into the Phantom Forest, brother. No one.
And the conduit? Chief says she's there as we speak.
That thick brain of yours is better suited for gruel than for thinking. Of course she's there. She's got the goddess within her. Come on, then. We've got a cellar to find. Your chatter won't scare it into the open, you know.
Feel anything strange underfoot? The orcs insist there's a cellar here, but we haven't found so much as a hole for squatting. Someone got the brilliant inkling that the missing villagers are hiding in a secret cellar. This was their home, but there's no sign of anything more than orcish garbage here. The wizard servants they were, and the great queen goon of the orcs thinks they'll know how to get inside the wizard's house. Even if they don't, I suppose she hopes to cut them down, same as the rest of their kin.
Budge. Then again, I thought the same about that villager's kneecap. Is this one of them fancy scribble pages? Never did trust them myself.
You already checked beneath these boards?
Someone's there.
Is it against orcish custom to take a dip in the river now? You smell like a wounded hog.
It's no surprise a dainty thing like you can't handle a bit of musk. Shall I run you a bubble bath, darling? Lace it with rose oil, shall I? You must be itching to lose your fingers if you dare disturb my camp, human.
Who could trust a big stupid oaf like you with something like that? I say you're so...
What are you playing at, Toadskin? Watch how you address us, you betters. You did hear how Oneless Gorag got his name, after all.
Yeah, piss off then. Go and gab amongst yourselves like a pair of chickens, why don't ya? I could ask the same of you, small bones. I don't go stopping up to you in a ballet class demanding to know which pirouette you're doing next, do I? What? That's disgusting. A tiny pink-fleshed human and an orc like myself? Why, I've got eyes for the great Gratilda alone.
Uli, we can't hide forever.
Hide what? You think this stranger knows anything about the two of us, old freak? I tell you now, that twerp don't know a thing.
Enough, Uli. Enough. Surely this stranger has no reason to put us in harm's way. We're all sworn immaculates here, are we not? There are certain secrets that perhaps we, beneath the goddess's eye, may share in good faith.
Well, first thing you have to understand, we orcs aren't made to love it all. Nah, we're born devoted to our queen, and to her we turn all our attentions. To seek fulfillment outside the Queen's graces, well, it's a treason committed only once in a red moon among we orcs. And the penalty's a terrible death. When we first took the village, I couldn't tell Ulfric apart from the rest of the pink little ants scurrying about. A human was a human, as far as I was concerned.
As for me, Ulor stood out right away. The curve of his horns, his regal bearing. It was fascinating. I'd never seen an orc as anything but an enemy, but suddenly I couldn't keep my eyes off this great green brute.
You suppose? Oh, I thought you were aiming to slit my throat the way you were watching me.
I couldn't help myself. It was almost supernatural. But when Ulor marched over to me, club in hand, to address my strange behaviour, something happened.
Love at first sight, if you can believe it. I came over aiming for a fight, but all I found in Ulfric's eyes was, well, whatever it was, it hasn't left me since.
Please, if you've any mind for sparing two fellows a terrible fate, you'll swear to keep our secret to yourself. We committed no sin greater than experiencing a love as sweet and pure as any. But if we were discovered, it would mean certain death for us both.
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet he's...
We swear it indeed. We'll not see anyone harmed for daring to love.
And so let us speak the oath. Your secret is safe with us.
Ah, friend. Your words are a great relief to my beloved and I can't explain how or why we found these feelings, but there's one thing I know for certain. We are no traitors, and our service to the cause remains true. Your discretion is worth its weight in gold. Goddess bless you.
Serving the goddess, a life of peace, I say. Let the lust die that we may live.
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake.
Or even the old
Goddess is with me, feeling.
What are you doing, lingering around here anyway, human?
Grootilda doesn't tell you a thing, does she? We're waiting to fight the final battle. The time is nearly nigh.
The final battle, is it? Guaranteed to be tasty after them.
What about that one? Look how it skulks around. Neither orc nor enlightened.
Now for the flop.
Notice if it disappeared.
Now, I hear another word about it. Only the guilty come to these gallows.
Rare's the innocent in these trying times, brother. I'll take the blood, and you take the body. A fair deal, isn't it?
Ain't that a lovely sight up there, all in a row? Strung 'em up myself, I did. Each of the little darlings. A sweeter sight I couldn't ask for. I never did much care for the term myself. I'm more of a caretaker, you see. The world's a wild place, unpredictable at best. But here, upon these gallows, there's peace, calm. I keep the order, and my little ones stay in line. Condemned in this life, perhaps, but when they come to rest in my nooses, their sins are washed away. These aren't thieves and murderers and traitors, you see. After I've laid them to rest here, they're pure as angels. Most of them, yes, but that's far from my only order of business. Our great Queen Grootilda is no stranger at getting her claws bloody, and she'll not hesitate to pluck out a pair of eyes what looked at her sideways. I handle all the dreaming dears when she's done with them all the same. Whether they're my little ones or hers makes no difference. I'm happy to bring them here to rest among me and mine. It'll be an honour. Where ought we to start?
What was the minimum? 5
Pauline came first, the little rogue. A human he was, and Grootilda ordered him hanged while Jahrl was out on the hunt. He was the first I got to tuck in myself since coming to this town. Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. The fussy little dear didn't want to go to sleep. No. Texton's Gunnar, you mean? He was one of Grootilda's. After some impertinent question or other, I believe it was. Well, Grootilda dispatched him, but it was I who collected the great heavy deer and strung him up here. Oh, my little Tierlo. He was a sweet one right from the start.
To send Grootilda over the edge, does it?
Who'd have thought the greatest threat to the Immaculates
Look,
would be
there.
one of their own?
Again, the lost one struts by. You there, tell me, how's your vision? Any ailments in the liver or spleen? Lost ones are everywhere these days, after all. I am a servant to the goddess, of course. One of the first among her enlightened in Revelon, and certainly the most devoted. I've scoured the region for unworthy souls, and am quite efficiently cleansing the land of lost ones great and small. How much better the lost serve her as bone automatons. My expertise as a necromancer is unmatched, you know. I've a success rate is nearing 99%. They end up with their brains a bit, well, scrambled. You can find such a fellow opining over skulls somewhere around here. One of my more harmless false steps, I think.
Are you a beggar? I'll add another 10 to the tally.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap of
Call.
Now for the turn card.
Hey, you, stranger, over here. You look like you could use a leg up against the competition. Isn't that so?
Well, some say death, but it's more like second life. That one's worth...
Or an humble trader, my lord. There's always plenty to go around after the raising of a village. I collect a bit of it and bring it to market. Tenebrium's awfully valuable, after all. No reason wares of this caliber ought to rot in some coffer.
Let's have another round before I get too drunk to read
Why,
the
my lord, I wouldn't dare steal from the All-Mother. A grave crime, that'd be. No. I simply pick from the loot she hasn't quite noticed yet. Doesn't miss 'em in the least. This I promise on my honour as an orc. With pleasure, my lord.
Withholding loot from the so-called All-Mother.
Seven's my lucky number, so 7
A bit of information well kept in our back pocket.
It's eating up.
Did someone leave an oven door
You're in the market for some premium gear, are ya?
That gives me plenty if all dinner is to keep myself company.
Let's get the ball
You
rolling
aim so
here.
low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
Bugger me sideways, I'm out. Not even the All-Mother can bust this steel in a single blow. Ace of hearts. And welcome he is too.
Check. Vermins are such useful relics.
What is it that you so enjoy?
Well. What do we have here? Human reinforcements. No need for a supple young kitten like yourself here. My rats will find the villagers in no time at all. Do you pretend not to know me, child? Surely you stare into my left eye each time you admire the full moon. But play coy if you will. The All-Mother called me here to find a certain tiny herd of sheep missing from her flock. The wolfish shepherd woman, she. I am world-renowned for my ability to search and to find. Why, you might ask, feigning ignorance so that you might hear more of my lilting voice. Rats, kitten. Rats are always the answer. There's no hole they won't find, no stench that can deter them. No, there is no hiding from a rat, and so there is no hiding from me. I raise them, train them, lead them. I am their king, and my subjects will find those hidden villages in no time at all!
What are you doing?
Lost lambs, yes, fleeing the slaughter. Naughty! I'll give them quite the spanking when my rats whisper to me where to find them. Yes, perhaps I'll get my fill of my own private punishments first and foremost. The All-Mother believes those villagers, being the one-time servants of the wizard, will know how to find him. Or at least how to break the enchantments shielding his house. Wicked enchantments, are they? Our mother, yes. And we do suckle from the teat of her goodwill. No wonder so many of us starve. An iron fist in an iron glove is our Gratilda. She doesn't tolerate failure any more than I tolerate a spring nymph stealing glimpses of me during bath time.
No, Jahrl. I say, you'll get your fill at the God's Day Festival. What? Do I look like his secretary? And even if I were, with my hair in a tight little bun and my quill at the ready, the old mother doesn't share her every concern with me, you know. No, those she whispers to her pillow at eventide, when hoping something must have startled them. Was it you, traitor? What did you tell them? I swear, I can explain!
I get all the desires from serving the goddess. And like the goddess, I say, let the living die.
Let's see those cards.
Baking like a cake. Potent heat.
I could do better than that. Again.
Oh, my augure's flame kindles at your approach. In the market for anything and everything left behind by vermin after we've exterminated them. And I must say, some of these roaches have mighty fine taste. The All-Mother chooses first from among the spoils, and the rest she grants to us to use or turn to profit.
Keep ignoring it. No, go screw yourself with a rusty mace, why don't you?
Oh, I wish
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two. I told you it was. And back to me. I'm gonna call it, lad. What a stoop now for the flock. King of Clubs.
Conduit's orders.
Queen of Diamonds.
Best not to get on our bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her order. Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody unbothered.
A sheep? Nah, I'd rather have got
I need to dry off.
I'd do her too if I wasn't so sure she'd bite me yet.
Nice to see a fresh face that ain't
It
green.
never rains, but it pours, eh?
I told you where
Did
you'd
someone
find
leave
your
an oven
teeth,
door
didn't I?
open?
Now bugger off! Because it's a goddamn crime scene, isn't it? Our bloody bloodstones were stolen. The old bloody lot of them. Everybody's pointing their grubby little fingers at Garrett because he was on guard duty at the time. Yeah, it may be a tad suspicious that now he's missing, but I'll eat pig ball soup if he had anything to do with it. By the goddesses, tits are parched!
Soaked to the skin.
I mean, just look at this shattered door. There's Orchid Bot written all over it. But I'm done talking about this mess. Ask Jahrl if you're so bloody interested.
Place your bets.
5 gold.
Good cards, 3 shiny ones.
And back to me. I'm gonna call it, lads. Now for the clock. Hey. Queen of Diamonds. Finally. The bloody bed.
Let's get the ball rolling here. 5 coins.
I'll call and raise you another 5.
Though I wish there were other bottles that go up around here.
I told you it was a mistake.
Now for the third.
Alongside the men. What a stupid thing to do. Is there any
Hey, Conduit's
Ah,
orders.
this water skin
Best not to
never
get on
runs
our bad
dry.
side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't cure my fever.
Then go find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody unbothered.
A sheep?
Battering ram!
Rather have good Tilda. And I'd do her too if I wasn't so sure she'd bite me head off that
Why fire one when you can fire them all?
Sweaty swinger. You beat me.
Nice on the card, that one.
Listen, fellas, you got room for more, don't you?
Fellas?
Look,
I
I'll
know
win
what
this
drank
one.
all the
The
best,
goddess
eh?
is-
Well, that's no reason to keep ignoring me. No, go screw yourself with a rusty mace, why don't you?
Right. You round, Bill. 2 cards for everyone.
5 gold.
Goddesses, tits are parched.
Let's shut your mouth and go get us a wine, why don't you?
Shadows of hell breathe life into you.
Finally. 7.
What was the minimum? 5 gold.
I'll raise you another 5.
Let's wrap this
Conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but her orders don't cure my fever.
Let's have
Then go find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody hot and bothered.
A sheep?
I'll win this. The 7. I am restored.
And I'd do her too if I wasn't so sure she'd bite me head off after we'd done.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Lucky find.
By the goddesses, tits I'm parched.
Then shut your mouth and go get us some wine, why don't you?
Now there's an idea with a ring to it. I'll be right back.
Charla and Horton. Aren't those the skeleton traders we met? Charla in Sicil and Horton just outside this village.
If this is to be believed, their spirits are trapped in a dark priestess's totem.
Soaked to the skin!
Cheers. Though I wish there were other bottoms that go up around here.
I told her it was a mistake to kill all the women alongside the men. What a stupid thing to do.
Hey, Conduit's orders. Best not to get on her bad side. You know that.
You don't look like the rest of the
I prefer
immaculates
to drive my
that
sorrows with ale.
All right, man, who's next?
Why don't you go yourself, then? You already sent Oddle in and he's been blown to bits. You dare to challenge your commander, Wormbelly?
He's no commander of ours, orc scum.
That's enough out of the lawyer. I've a solution that's fair for all. Rock, paper, scissors.
Who the bloody hell uses a child's game to decide matters of life and death?
Ready in 3, 2, 1.
Hey.
Scissors! Step aside, pig face. And what business is that of yours, pig face? Mine to worry about, so who's next? Well, suppose we've tried just about everything apart from fighting charms with more charms. Perhaps you'll be able to crack the bleeding thing, small bones. What would something the conduits ask for directly, you see? There's a key inside, a key to a source temple within the forest. The very temple the conduits attempted to crack at this very moment. They say, without the wizard's servants to show us the way in, though, it don't seem like we'll ever get through the damn doors. Can't say myself what exactly's inside, but the conduit seems ready to turn heaven and ground to get inside. It seems the wizard who lived here was quite familiar with the place. He kept what seems to be the only key, after all. Gruntilda seems to believe they're in a hidden cellar somewhere, but we haven't found a lick of a hint as to where the damn thing might be. They can't have escaped, that's all we know for certain. Shame the wizard's pretty little grapevines and beehives will wither without his team of helpers tending them. Perhaps, once we find and skin the buggers, that priestess can turn them into undead workers fast enough to save the garden and whip up some wine and mead.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
Those bloods. Well, by the boot soles of Burl Boonhammer, what have we here?
Another human in Hunter's Edge. State your business, whelp.
Hail, Immaculate. By the sickle of Tyr Gutgouger, I'm glad to see another human face here in Hunter's Edge. Not yet another misshapen orcish snout.
If you fancy keeping that human face of yours, I wouldn't take my cues from the chief of the mountain apes. I may have sworn to refrain from carving my name across his back, but...
Regular ray of sunshine, ain't she? Don't let her manners fool you, though. Her disposition may be dark, but her wit is bright. Bright and devious. Believe me when I tell you that she's plotting against us as we speak, and would have long given the order to spill our blood if she wasn't leashed by the orders of the conduit herself. But by the shield of the Stormbringer, she'll not outfox the sworn brothers of Tanneroth. And I sincerely hope she won't outfox the likes of you either. You belong to the Silverglen tribe, I take it. Thought you were all holed up in Highbeheim, but it pleases me to see some of your number have come to Hunter's Edge. Yes, an outsider not as yet distrusted by the orcs is exactly what I need in the matter of the missing bloodstones and the matter of the wizard's house. But let's talk in my headquarters over yonder, for by the beard of the Bear Slayer there are too many green ears around here.
By order of the Old Mother!
Warm as dragon's breath.
You there, tell me, how's your vision?
Oh, a new immaculate face in town. What a pleasure to serve you. I've a deal running now. Double the whiskey for any and all who refrain from beating me from the neck up and the crotch down. Oh, I'm nobody at all. Just the old tavern keeper in this here village. Things have been busy since the orcs came, but I've never been one to complain too much. Or especially with with my wife and kids gone. I prefer to keep my eye on the prize. Oh, whiskey, of course. No excruciatingly terrible memory a nice glass of the good stuff can't wash away. Oh, swell, guys. Swollen as swell can be. I haven't a complaint in the world. Not in the wide world. Keep me busy, they do. Day and night. Night and day and night again. Oh, you might imagine me a wee bit utterly exhausted, but I wouldn't have it any other way. After all, the soul-crushing night terrors can't find you if you never sleep. That's my motto. Well, the scenery's certainly changed in recent weeks, I'll tell you that much. Used to be a quiet sort of place. Family folks, you know. Never had much trouble, and all the less because our little town played host to a source hunter and a powerful wizard both.
To fight the final battle.
Can't say why we were overcome so quickly. Can't say why so many of us were cut down over those shiny stones. An immaculate like you know better than me, I suppose. Yes, I suppose an immaculate just like you might have been the one who held my son's head back while Gratilda sliced his throat open, eh? Oh, but who's got time to think on the past? That way lies danger, I say. I only know that these orcs are a thirsty lot. It's my job to keep my head down and the whiskey flowing. What about it? I can't say I know a thing about the armoury, but save bringing the occasional flagon to the guards there. But I've delivered a drink from barracks to bridge in the course of my work.
2 little beers to keep myself company.
You aim so low, Ogma. Think of all the little dears you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
5 gold.
Good cards, 3 shiny ones.
And back to me. I'm gonna call it, lad. Even the old man for the fastest.
And what? You propose I'll escape that fate by revealing some supposed secret to you, stranger? Ha! I haven't.
You aim so low, old man.
Feeling hot under the
I'll add
collar.
another 10 to the tally.
Ideas you could have if you took matters into your own hands.
Good to see you on the shelter plane. A home away from home, is it not? Heavy is the hand that wields time. If you're very certain this sort of meddling is strictly necessary, I suppose I could oblige. No, it won't be difficult. I'll simply pop your little mixture into a deep, dark basement and revisit it, shall we say, 30 years in the future? What did I tell you? Now, be careful with this libation, will you? I had just the tiniest sip myself, and I must say, it's quite potent.
I think I could fly straight to the
You
void.
and Zandalore.
By the heart.
Arcane texts of every kind.
Oi!
Get 'em before
The old
they
mother's
turn
in
to
small
ash.
boats can enter the sheep.
You've got to the Count of
Tell her
Wands
to
and
stay in the
you'll
warehouse.
be
What size split a human so clean?
looking rather fleshy, Rest. Have you always been such a glutton?
Now for the turn card. Ace of Hearts. Welcome he is too.
Check.
Speaking like a... Did someone leave an oven door open?
I bet there's no piss in my
I've
gut
got
than
my
whiskey and
eye.
nothing.
Oh, mother!
Don't talk to the small one.
No, well, as I told it out.
Maybe dance, Rest.
Me? I like to know a bit
Sack
about
of
my
rot
actions.
is tied in.
Human haggis.
What can I do you for? Look, stranger, I've been through hell and back. Now there's a man apart from the rest, even among their kind. He's a strange sort. Nurses the same flagon of whiskey for an hour and sits in the corner by himself. Oh, but the lack of company don't keep him from making conversation. Always muttering beneath his sour breath he is, or arguing some point of his left hands against the better sense of the right. I tell you, someone like that's twice as terrifying as one of these big ornery brutes. At least that I am. But I'll tell you, I never served a lot quite like these Goliaths. They drink like elephants and pay like... Well, they don't pay at all. Then again, I can't say I mind this little arrangement too terribly. The happier they are, the longer I evade the rack and the screw. Each glass brings us closer to the last of the whiskey, though. My bowels shrink when I think what'll happen when we get to the bottom of the last barrel. We've already exhausted the tavern supply, but I've been pilfering from my old buddy Glenn's stores. I doubt he'll mind, seeing as he was one of the first orcs sunk their claws into. Now that was a man dedicated to fine liquor. Knew all there was to know about distilling whiskey, he did. Oh, what I'd give for a barrel of Glenn's good stuff now. These orcs wouldn't know what hit 'em. Let's have a look. Well, I'll be Gratilda's great Aunt Gretchen. Single malt, aged 30 years. It seems my old pal Glenn hid away his finest spirits for a rainy day. A shame to waste something so fine on them. But something this delectable ought to put them in a more gentle spirit. Well, gents, the goddess must be smiling upon you. I've procured a particularly rare batch of whiskey here. Who's first?
Resk, you've got to the count of 1 to kneel before me. Freshen this.
Discounts on magic. Oh.
Was Jahrl trying to blow us to bits? Well, we've got the key in any case. Now to return it to one worthy party or other.
Or have a look at that armory ourselves. I'll bet these soldiers keep a fine collection of equipment.
Sweet relief.
Ah.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends? Into the fray once more,
my friends. I feel better already.
A stitch in time, eh, friends?
I feel better already.
Ready to advance, ready to... Dancing dugongs, you...
How did I get down here? A little something for everyone.
You again? Unless you've come to tell me you've turned a cat's guts into fiddle strings, I've nothing more to say.
Ah. A stitch in time, eh, friends? I can help here.
Thorns in your eyes!
Your head will spin faster than my blade.
The rodent monarchy has fallen. That ought to solve the rat infestation.
And offer those villagers a bit of respite from the hunt. But I doubt the rat catcher will take the news very well.
Burn! Burn! Demon's breath! I've been paralyzed!
As good as a new penny.
I feel better already!
Lucky find! Got my eyes on the prize. I needed that.
What is it that you so enjoy about death?
Well,
Sir,
conduit's orders.
No.
Best not to get on our bad side. You know that.
Yeah, but
What a deluge!
Hello again. Do you bring good news? Ding dong, the king is dead, and I thank you from tail to whiskers for your help. There may be hope for my friends yet. If you would, my friend, you could find them and help them escape now that those pointy-faced beasts won't be on the alert. Their hiding place is enchanted, you see, crafted by the wizard himself to hide those he held dear. They've concealed themselves in a cellar outside their home, the hatch of which you'll find beneath a great black boulder. Once you've destroyed the boulder, search in the beehives behind the wizard's house for the key.
Promised dragon's breath.
This is it, you bunch of
Cheers.
pansies. The
Though I
cards
wish
are
there were
done.
other bottles
Now,
that go up
let's
around
get
I
here.
prefer to drown my
told you
sorrows
it's
with
no
ale.
mistake to kill all the women alongside the men.
Ready to advance, ready to defend.
A sheep?
I'll
Nah,
open with 5
I'll have
big ones.
Matilda. And I'll do her
May
too.
your sword never sully, and your shield never shatter. The Bloodstones are the reason we came here in the first place. The conduit has need of star stones imbued with human blood, so she can create her Death Knights. Both the Brotherhood and the Orcs were given their share of stones, and we filled them to the brim with blood, then stored them for the conduit to collect when she returns from Phantom Forest. Last night, though, someone raided this very building and disappeared with our stones. They were being guarded by Garrick Giantbane, a son of the mountain had in trust with my life. Grutilda says he ran off with the Bloodstones, that he is a... The Orcs stole the stones. Of that I'm certain. Grutilda is hatching some plan, and we'll all be in dire straits indeed if it comes to fruition. Those stones make her powerful. Too powerful. We need them back. But every Orc eyes us, Peak Dwellers, with suspicion. That is why I ask of you to find proof. Proof that it was an Orc that did the deed. Once I have it, I have a reason to assault the Orcs without risking the wrath of the Conduit. She'll not stand for theft among Immaculates. So I am Jahrl Wooddock's son, father among brothers, son among the mountains. Me and mine hail from the snow-capped heights of Tanneroth, the very thrones of the world. Our lives are devoted to the hunt. Every town and every city we find, we plunder and burn and put to the sword. Sacrifices are they all to the might of the mountains, tokens of reverence to the power of the peaks. Gods we have plenty, of war, of death and of victory. But now, a goddess we have too. Aye, we have seen the workings of Bloodstone, and loyal are we to she who unites in blood. But the Conduit asked us to do what we do best, invade and destroy. She set us on our way with a store of Starstones, ready to be charged and, once made into Bloodstones, sent to you folks in the mines of Luke Culler.
Too drunk to read the cards.
We didn't know Grutilda's dogs had beat us there by a half day, but no matter. There were still plenty of strays to be caught and bled by the time we arrived. Now all that's left is finding a way into the wizard's house. The Conduit's looking for something inside.
Some wine, why don't you?
Now we're here waiting for further orders from the Conduit herself. She's gone into the Phantom Forest nearby, but we expect to hear from her shortly. I only hope we'll have the matter of the missing Bloodstones sorted by then. I'll not have a soul saying we of the mountain failed to follow through. The Orcs? No, I respect their warlike nature, for it's like ours. I respect their lust for slaughter, for we share it with them. I respect their loyalty to their leader, for I am likewise respected by my brothers. But when push comes to shove, I'd flay them all, wear their skins, and never rest until the very last one of them lay at my feet with my broadaxe nestling in its belly.
Bad side, you know.
Why, you may ask? Why hate them when you and them are so alike? I hate them because we are alike. I hate them because I know ours is a hate they reciprocate with blazing fury. Like two dragons are we that must share a single lair. Can't be done. Sooner or later, talons will rise and fire burst forth until one is victorious and the other's flesh is used to celebrate the victory. So it is with the Sworn of Tanneroth, and so it is with the Orcs of the Wild. One day the battle must be. One day we will feast or be feasted upon. Grutilda is worshipped like a goddess by her troops, and she rules like a deity too. All-knowing, all-powerful and merciless. She's smart and ruthless, truly an opponent to be feared. Exactly the kind of opponent I like.
The conduit was wise to go to the orcs with promises of allegiance, for they are a force that few in Riverlong can withstand. But she also knows that the pact cannot last. She's well aware the orcs will eventually go their own way, be they sworn immaculates or not. She needn't fear them, of course. The conduit is constructing an army of warriors even the orcs behold with dread. But it is we brothers of the mountains that may have to bear the brunt of their onslaught when things go sour. Gratilda knows the pact was never meant to last. She understands she's being used as a battering ram, as a tool to breach the gates and clear the path to triumph, only to be discarded by its operators when the true prize is in sight. She knows, and she's plotting her revenge. I can see it in those feral eyes of hers. She's surrounded by her elite. She whispers poisonous orders in the ears of her vile rat herder. No, it's no coincidence all her bloodstones have gone missing. By the hammer of Fjord Alkmount, I just know she's planning a nightmare. For her dreams are our terrors to suffer. And with the Spinebreaker at her side, it's a terrible nightmare she's concocting. Aye, an orc so vile it has taken rats for pets. They swarm about him like fleas do the rest of his kind, but even they eye him with disgust. Nevertheless, it's my belief that unlike the other males among the orcs, he's no fool. He's a spy, a discoverer of secrets. Right now he's looking for the lost wizard servants, and gods protect them if he finds them.
Then shut your mouth and
We would merely kill him. That rat lover, on the other hand. Where we go, death is the horror that looms behind us. Where he goes, death is a mercy always out of reach. Gratilda's hulking, horrible dog. Built like a brick house and with a mind as black as pitch. There's no indignity he wouldn't inflict on any man, woman, or child his mistress marked. Gratilda stores him above the tavern and sends him playthings one at a time. A sentence worse than death.
I wish there were other bottles that go up around here.
I don't know much about him, to be frank, and I don't care to. The conduit says he's in possession of an artifact she needs, which is why we've been trying to gain entry to his house. But by the boots of our lag troll tramper, the key hasn't been forged yet that will unfasten the magical seals that encase that bedeviled sorcerer's abode. The deal is this. When we attacked Hunter's Edge, we and the orcs had the village completely surrounded to ensure no one could escape. The plan was a good one, for only some blacksmith and his wife managed to flee after their little demon of a pet bit an orc's arm off. The wizard and his servants eluded us, but we know that the servants at least are still hiding somewhere around town. We need to find those damn people so they can tell us how to gain entry to the wizard's house. My men have been searching the village non-stop, and the orcs have put their rat herder on the job. But we also have some surviving villagers holed up down in the cellar. An orc torturer, courtesy of Gratilda, has been trying to find out where the servants are hiding, but has no finesse whatsoever, and almost instantly kills his victims. We've offered to do it for him, but Gratilda remains adamant he's the best of the best. Maybe you'd have better luck, though, if you're up for a spot of torture.
This wizard must be Xandalor. Thankfully, these bloodthirsty brutes haven't found him yet.
Let's hope we catch up with him before they do.
Great grim gods, comrade. The Spinebreaker. Norok, he's called. He's the bleeding brute. The green-faced gargoyle who... I must face him. Face him and destroy him before he can claim another victim.
Bloody well
Conduit's
clear,
orders.
sir.
Best not
Queen
to
of
get on her
Darkness.
bad side. You know that.
Finally? Yeah,
Why,
but her
comrade, well, I can't tell you how much with you by my side, I'll face the monster head on and make him pay for what he's done. It will be an honor. In the name of the Order.
Welcome he is too.
Check.
Yeah, check. Go on.
Fine, fine, I'll check too.